What is truly significant as we age? Have you ever contemplated what holds real importance in your later years? Upon relocating to a nursing home at the age of 81, I believed I had a clear understanding of what to anticipate. However, after a year of residency, I realized that aging is replete with unexpected experiences, some uplifting, some challenging, and others that profoundly alter my perspective on life. In this video, I will share 7 lessons I gleaned from my year in a nursing home, insights that may assist you or a loved one in navigating the aging process with wisdom and grace. Some of these lessons may validate your own experiences. Your existing suspicions may be confirmed, while others might provoke a reevaluation of your perceptions regarding aging. Regardless, by the conclusion of this video, you will acquire a profound comprehension of what it genuinely entails to age gracefully, potentially reshaping your perspective on your own future. Remain engaged until the end, as the final lesson profoundly influenced me and could transform your approach to your aging journey. If you have not yet subscribed, I urge you to do so now and activate the notification bell to avoid missing any updates. Our forthcoming videos on aging wisdom and living well. Let us commence with Lesson 1. Loneliness is a choice, not a sentence. Upon my initial relocation to the nursing home, I anticipated experiencing loneliness. Having lost my spouse years prior, my children were preoccupied with their own lives, and many of my old friends had either passed away or relocated. I presumed that loneliness was an inevitable aspect of aging, a reality I would have to endure. However, after a year of residing here, I discerned a revelation that fundamentally altered my viewpoint. Loneliness is not a condition, it is I have observed 2 distinct types of individuals here, those who remain confined to their rooms, anticipating visitors while believing they are inconsequential, and those who traverse the hallways, greet others, engage in dialogue, and strive to be involved in communal activities. The disparity between these groups lies not in their circumstances, but in their mindset. A woman named Margaret imparted this lesson to me. Despite lacking nearby family and visitors, she epitomized happiness. I inquired. When I inquired about her positivity, she laughed and replied, "I knock on doors, I engage at full tables, and I never await happiness. I actively seek it." This resonated with me, prompting a personal experiment. Rather than remaining in my room, I began greeting individuals in the hallway, joined a card game despite my long absence from it, and inquired about others' lives, families, and narratives. Remarkably, my world expanded. The more I ventured out, the more people engaged with me. Merely occupying time, I was cultivating relationships. I discovered that loneliness is not merely the state of being alone. Rather, it is the decision to remain disengaged. Opportunities for conversation, laughter, and connection will invariably arise, but only if we seize them. Therefore, if you ever experience loneliness, reflect on whether you are passively awaiting someone to approach you or proactively taking the initiative. The reality is that those who wait frequently remain isolated, whereas those who extend their reach discover companionship, purpose, and even joy. Secondly, independence diminishes. Upon my initial arrival at the nursing home, I observed a recurring phenomenon. Residents who had previously been autonomous gradually ceased their efforts to perform tasks independently. A man named Richard, once robust and self-reliant, began soliciting assistance for even the most trivial activities, tasks he had managed throughout his life. Initially, this behavior appeared innocuous. However, within a few months, he exhibited diminished strength, reduced confidence, and increased reliance on others. The reality is that when one ceases to utilize their capabilities, they begin to forfeit them. I swiftly recognized the importance of sustaining. Independence is an active choice. It is simpler to have someone else serve you a cup of coffee than to pour it yourself, and it is more convenient to take the elevator than to ascend a few extra steps. However, each time you opt for the easier path, you relinquish a portion of your strength, mobility, and sense of self. Once lost, reclaiming these attributes is nearly impossible. Consequently, I established a personal rule. If I am capable of performing a task, I will undertake it, regardless of the time it may require, the discomfort it may induce, or the perception that it is unnecessary. I ascend stairs when possible. Each morning, I dress myself independently. I stand and move, even in moments of reluctance. This is not a matter of proving anything to others. It is about preserving what I possess for as long as feasible. Aging does not abruptly strip away our autonomy. It occurs gradually through seemingly insignificant choices that accumulate over weeks, months, and years. I have observed individuals relinquish their independence without awareness, merely because they failed to strive for its retention. Therefore, if you continue to live independently, do not allow convenience to undermine your capacity to move, stretch, lift, or stand. Continue engaging in these activities, as cessation will lead you toward a dependency on assistance, a state to be avoided. If you are still viewing this video and find these insights beneficial, please comment number 2 below to indicate your presence. Additionally, if you have not yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to remain informed about future videos. Your support is invaluable to us. Continue producing quality content to educate and motivate. Number 3. Health deteriorates when routine is absent. Upon my initial arrival at the nursing home, I observed an intriguing phenomenon. Some residents appeared alert, engaged, and vibrant, while others seemed to diminish, losing vitality and interest in their surroundings. Initially, I attributed this disparity to health. Some individuals were inherently more robust than others. However, as time progressed, I discerned that the fundamental distinction was something entirely different: routine. I encountered a man named George. A retired educator in his late 80s adhered to a consistent morning regimen, awakening at the same hour daily, shaving, dressing meticulously, and taking a brief walk prior to breakfast. He maintained a structured schedule for reading, socializing, and exercising, exhibiting sharpness, alertness, and a notable presence. In contrast, I encountered individuals devoid of any routine. They arose at their leisure, neglected meals, remained confined to their rooms, and allowed the day to elapse. The disparity in their mental and physical well-being was unmistakable. I swiftly recognized that the body and mind require structure. Without it, everything begins to disintegrate. When we lack motivation to rise, move, and engage, our muscles weaken, our minds stagnate, and our days become indistinct. I have observed this phenomenon repeatedly. Individuals who once flourished begin to deteriorate simply due to the absence of a reason to remain active. Consequently, I established a personal rule: each day must be planned. Regardless of my feelings, I rise, shower, and dress. I allocate specific times for meals, reading, and light exercise, and I make a concerted effort to step outside whenever possible. For just a few minutes each day, I converse with individuals at the same time, maintaining those connections. It is not merely about remaining occupied, it is about remaining engaged with life. Aging transcends the physical deterioration of the body. It pertains to how we utilize our days. Individuals who abandon structure frequently diminish their vitality, whereas those who establish and adhere to a routine, regardless of its simplicity, remain more alert, resilient, and vibrant. I have witnessed this firsthand, and I can assert that if you wish to retain your independence and a sense of purpose, it is essential. Prioritize self-care for an extended duration by establishing a routine and adhering to it. Although it may appear insignificant, its cumulative effect is substantial. Furthermore, your mindset significantly influences your experiences. Upon relocating to the nursing home, I presumed that the most content residents were those in optimal health, those who could ambulate effortlessly, received regular visitors, and faced no significant medical issues. However, I was mistaken. Some of the healthiest individuals I encountered were discontented, perpetually lamenting their losses. In contrast, some of the most joyful residents thrived despite their challenges. Residents faced the most significant challenges, including individuals in wheelchairs, those with cognitive impairments, and individuals who had outlived their closest companions. The distinguishing factor was attitude. I encountered a woman named Eleanor, aged 86, who suffered from severe arthritis that impeded her mobility. Rather than dwelling on her pain, limitations, or the perceived injustices of her condition, she greeted others each morning with a smile, inquired about their well-being, and consistently offered kind words. She expressed that happiness is not contingent upon external circumstances. Your perspective on circumstances resonates with me, as I have encountered individuals who, despite facing significantly fewer challenges than Eleanor, remain perpetually embittered, fixating on their losses and comparing their current lives to their past. The reality is that if one dedicates all their time to lamenting what is lost, they will never appreciate what remains. Aging inevitably brings changes, yet it is our choices regarding focus that ultimately shape our daily experiences. I consistently remind myself that I can either concentrate on what I miss. I can either lament the difficulties I face or appreciate the possibilities that remain. I can choose to allow the past to define me or to embrace the present. I have come to understand that happiness is not a mere occurrence. It is a construct, a practice. Those who age most gracefully are not necessarily those with the most favorable circumstances, but rather those with the most positive mindset. If one awakens each morning anticipating adversity, adversity will indeed manifest. Conversely, if one chooses to seek positivity, they will find it. There is something beneficial in each day. It is truly that straightforward. If you are still viewing this video and find these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to indicate your presence. Additionally, if you have not yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to avoid missing any videos. Your support enables us to continue producing quality content that informs and inspires you. Now, let us proceed. Number 5, family visits are erratic, yet friendships provide sustenance. Upon my initial relocation to the nursing home, I anticipated that family visits would. Initially, the visits from my children and grandchildren were the pinnacle of my days, providing me with anticipation as I caught up on their lives. However, as time progressed, these visits diminished in frequency due to the complexities of life and busy schedules, often resulting in weeks without contact. Initially, this absence was painful. I found myself waiting, hoping, and feeling disheartened when the phone remained silent. Eventually, I observed that those who devoted their time to awaiting family visits tended to experience the greatest loneliness, whereas those who cultivated their own lives. Friendships within the nursing home provided companionship and a constant source of joy. This experience underscored the significance of family, yet highlighted that friendships are vital for resilience. I encountered a man named Albert, whose son resided 2 hours away and visited infrequently. Despite this, Albert appeared neither sad nor lonely. Each morning, he enjoyed coffee with a small circle of friends, engaged in card games in the afternoon, shared meals with those he valued, and consistently found someone to share laughter with. One day, I inquired about his ability to maintain such a positive outlook. He remained optimistic despite infrequent visits from his son, stating, "I ceased counting the visits and began counting the individuals present daily. That transformed my perspective. Rather than fixating on my family's visits, I redirected my attention to those around me. I made a concerted effort to engage with various groups during meals, to inquire about my neighbors, and to participate in activities, even when I preferred solitude in my room. The more I engaged, the less isolated I felt. The reality is that our families care for us, yet they lead their own lives. Individuals have responsibilities, and despite their affection, they cannot always be present as frequently as desired. This does not diminish their love, but rather reflects the realities of life. We can either allow this to foster feelings of neglect or actively cultivate connections in our immediate environment. I have repeatedly observed that those who passively await family visits often experience disappointment, whereas those who invest effort in forging friendships and engaging with their daily surroundings tend to flourish. Love transcends mere familial connections. It encompasses those who are present, who demonstrate care, and who alleviate your solitude. Frequently, these individuals are not blood relatives, but rather those who partake in your daily life. Furthermore, as one ages, the past often becomes more vivid, while the present retains its significance. A peculiar aspect of growing older is the increasing clarity of childhood memories, such as the aroma of my mother's kitchen and the melodies that accompanied those moments. The radio broadcasted the sound of my best friend's laughter from our childhood. However, if you inquire about my lunch yesterday, I may require a moment to recall. I have observed this phenomenon in others as well. Conversations in the nursing home frequently meander toward reminiscences of former occupations, youthful romances, and bygone eras. I comprehend the allure of the past as it is familiar and comforting, a realm where we felt empowered, valued, and where life appeared more expansive. Nonetheless, there exists a peril in excessively dwelling on the past. Make us forget our current existence. I once encountered a man named Frank, aged 89, who recounted tales of his youth with remarkable precision. However, he solely focused on the past. He never participated in activities or inquired about others' lives, displaying no interest in the present. It appeared as though he had resolved that his life was concluded, despite his continued vitality. In contrast, there was Helen, aged 84, who also cherished reminiscing about her past, yet she never allowed it to hinder her engagement with the present moment. She was perpetually inquisitive, consistently exploring new experiences. I recall her once stating, "I have more yesterdays than tomorrows, but that does not imply today lacks significance." This sentiment has resonated with me, as nostalgia serves as a valuable reminder of our origins, the lives we have constructed, and the moments that have defined us. However, it should never overshadow the present. We still have conversations to relish, meals to appreciate, relationships to nurture, and moments to engage in. Life may not resemble its former self, but it continues to unfold, and if we excessive contemplation of the past may lead to neglecting the present. Therefore, recount your narratives, cherish your most cherished moments, and smile at the memories that bring you joy. However, do not overlook your surroundings, remain engaged, and continue to live fully. Regardless of the years that have elapsed, the present moment remains significant. If you find these insights beneficial, please indicate by commenting 6 below. If you have not yet subscribed, now is an opportune moment to click the subscribe button and activate the bell notification. To ensure you never miss our videos, your support enables us to persist in disseminating meaningful content designed to inform and inspire you. Now, let us proceed to number 7. Small pleasures significantly impact our lives. As we age, our world gradually diminishes. The grand adventures, major milestones, and career accomplishments that once defined our existence slowly recede into memory. What endures are the quotidian moments, the simple routines, and the minor details that populate our days. After a year in a nursing home, I have come to recognize the importance of these small elements. Matters more than we frequently acknowledge. I have observed individuals derive genuine joy from the most uncomplicated pleasures, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a beloved song resonating in the background, the sensation of sunlight on their skin while seated by a window. Consider Harold, for instance. At 82 years old, he radiates happiness each time he receives his preferred butterscotch candy. He maintains a modest reserve in his drawer and consistently offers one to visitors. This seemingly trivial gesture, often overlooked by many, constitutes a ritual of solace for Harold. Connection and happiness are aspects I have also come to value. The initial sip of hot tea in the morning, the melodious chirping of birds outside my window, and the familiar voices of friends greeting me in the hallway. When life decelerates, these minute instances transform into the day's focal points. I have observed that individuals who embrace and relish these moments often exhibit the highest levels of contentment. Conversely, I have encountered those who fixate exclusively on what they have lost, the journeys they can no longer embark upon, the cuisines they can no longer savor. Individuals often dwell on their limitations and fixate on what is absent, leading to a diminished perception of what remains. This mindset fosters bitterness, particularly during desolate days when joy appears elusive. In reality, happiness is not solely derived from grand experiences. It can often be found in simple pleasures such as a nourishing meal, a thoughtful conversation, or a tranquil moment of serenity. By cultivating an appreciation for these elements, life can become more luminous, regardless of one's circumstances or life stage. Therefore, pause, inhale deeply, and observe your surroundings, taking note of something meaningful. Minor auditory, olfactory, gustatory, or tactile sensations that evoke even the slightest joy should be cherished, for ultimately, life is not defined by grand occurrences, but by the small pleasures that render each day meaningful. Reflecting on a year spent in a nursing home, I have discerned that aging transcends mere chronological progression. It pertains to our choices in experiencing the remaining years. Independence diminishes if we permit it, yet by remaining active and engaged, we retain more than we realize. Loneliness is not an unavoidable fate, it is the selection of one's voice and the extent of our outreach enhance our sense of connection. Routine transcends mere structure. It serves as the bedrock that fortifies our bodies and minds. Attitude is paramount. The most content individuals I have encountered are not necessarily those in optimal health, but rather those who concentrate on their remaining assets instead of their losses. While familial visits may not occur regularly, friendships can bridge the void and offer consistent companionship. The past will perpetually accompany us, yet, if we devote all our time to retrospection, we jeopardize our ability to appreciate the present moments. What endures are the small pleasures, the morning coffee, the laughter, the sunlight filtering through a window, which evoke profound joy. If there is one lesson I hope you glean from this, it is that life does not cease with change. There remains space for connection, growth, and happiness, provided we are open to it. We invite your feedback. Please share in the comments one insight you gained today and how you intend to implement it in your life. Your perspectives are valued, and we appreciate reading them. Your comments inspire us. We urge you to persist in producing impactful content. If you appreciated this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to provide essential insights that inform and inspire. Thank you for watching, and we anticipate your presence in the next video.